Since Alphen has hooded eyes, we are going to definitely go in with some eye primer. This is the MAC 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. And I'm going to take that onto my Paw Palette here, being hygienic. And we are going to apply that all over her eyelid. So go ahead and close for me. Okay, so now that we have her eye primer on, we're gonna go in with the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, which is one of her favorite palettes. And because she has hooded eyes, when you see that her eyes are open, most of her actual eyelid is hidden. So we want to do most of the eyeshadow work in the crease and above, because that's what you're gonna see when the eyelid is open. When you close your eyes, you might have all this amazing eyeshadow work, but then when you open your eyes, no one will be able to see it. So what we're gonna do first is go in with something a little bit brighter, just to add a little light to her eyelid. And I'm gonna go in with the color Half Baked. I'm gonna go all over her eyelid. Beautiful gold shade. I'm gonna take it into the inner corner as well and blend it upward. That's the thing that you wanna remember most with hooded eyes, because you want to make sure everything is going to be seen when the eye is open. Now I'm going to take that same brush, which is the Sigma E55 brush, and go ahead and highlight under the brow bone. I'm just going to flip it over using the same brush, and I'm going to go into the color Foxy, which is a matte cream shade. I'm going to highlight under the brow. Now that we've got the base of her eye look down, I'm going to go in with a fluffy crease brush. This one is from Royal and Langnickel. It is part of their box sets. And I'm going to go into the color Tease here as a transition shade. I'm going to take it into the crease and blend it upward a little above the crease, so that way when her eye is open, you will be able to see the shade. Now that we have this all blended, I'm going to go in with a smaller crease brush just because her eyes are so small. I'm taking a MAC 221 and I'm going to dip it into Tease here, as well as a little bit into Busted. And I'm going to take it right here on the outside of her eye. I'm going to concentrate it here on the last third of her eye because I don't want too much darkness going into her eye and closing off the eye, making it look smaller. Blending, 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 blending. Okay, and you can play with the depth of the eyeshadow if it's daytime or nighttime, but since Alphen is going out tonight to an event, I'm going to go in with the black shade here called Blackout. And I'm going to concentrate it even more on the outside of her eye, kind of creating a V shape and deepening the outer portion of the eye. I'm taking the Tarteist clay paint liner in black and I've put it on my palette here. And I'm going to take this very small bend eye brush. It is the RS0. I love it because it is so thin. And that's what we want, because since she has a hooded eye, I don't want the liner to be too thick because it's going to overpower her eye. I want it to be there to enhance her eyelashes but I don't want it to overtake the eyeshadow look. So then close your eyes. Open. So there, now it just enhances the lash line, but you can still see a little bit of that color behind it. Okay, so off camera we did her brows. I used a little bit of MAC Charcoal Brown eyeshadow in her brow and then set it with the Anastasia brow gel in Brunette, and then we added some false lashes. So now to continue on with her face, I'm going to be taking my favorite Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer, and again, placing it onto my palette. And with a Sigma F86, I'm going to dip into it and go to her under eye area. I'm going into a triangle shape to highlight. She doesn't have super dark circles, so I didn't go in with a corrector first. And with the excess, I'll go onto her chin, above her nose, down the bridge of her nose, and onto her forehead, and just blend it all out. Perfect, now she's all bright and highlighted. I'm going to go in with this little guy. This is the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. This is their Color Cream Concentrate and Trick. And I'm going to use this to contour just a little bit. And I'm taking a small stipple brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics. Now I am taking my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light and a stippling brush, and I'm going to go all over her face. Now to add a little bit of color back into her cheeks, I'm going to go in with this NARS blush palette, and I'm going to go in with Orgasm. And I'm going to apply it to the apples of her cheeks. Now that she's flushed and beautiful, we're going to go in with a little bit of highlight. The highlighter I'm using today is by Becca Cosmetics, and it is the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal with my Real Techniques brush. This is the setting brush, but it's so tiny, I love it for highlighting. Now that we have all of those things applied, I'm gonna go back with my stippling brush and kind of just blend everything together so that there is no harsh lines. Perfect. And just to add a little bit more drama to this look, I'm going to go back in with my Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to take a MAC 266 angle brush. I'm going to go back in with Busted. Look up for me. And I'm going to stamp it across the lower lash line. And I'm only going about to the pupil because I don't want to close her eye off, but we do want this look to be smoky and nighttime event appropriate. All right, to finish off the look, we added a little bit of the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Aria. Alphen really loves a bold lip and especially a purple lip, so we think it pairs well with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.